We think a very brave move to go to England and go to Tottenham and facing all these things, what he faced then at the end in England. But I know that everybody was talking him about a diver, but he was no diver. When I remember in Stuttgart and even later when he played for Bayern, it was not that way. He was not famous for that.
The German international, already tagged dive bomber by the British media, had the perfect opening gambit.
I just wanted to ask if there's any diving school in London.
That joke kind of came as an advice from a friend of mine that said, you always have to add something to when you get provoked by the English. It's their humor. You got to learn that. So that was a kind of plan.
In the end, we said, look, the culture in this country, if you come out firing from the hip saying, how dare you do this, have a go back, they'll come back fighting again. I said, the best thing over here is if you can be seen to be laughing at yourself.
He'd obviously been well briefed about his reputation, and he disarmed everybody, and that completely changed the atmosphere.
He said, well, why not for his first big interview that he has to do, why don't we hire one of those old diving suits, with the massive, the face opens, the big massive metal thing. Couldn't get one anywhere. We thought it'd be brilliant. Imagine if everyone's waiting for him to walk in, and he comes walking in like this metal diving suit. We just thought that'd be fantastic.
Jurgen, there's a lot of rivalry between Germany and England, football-wise. Do you expect then, when you go to away grounds, that you maybe target far away?
I never had problems with fans, supporters, not even from the other teams. What you have to do is just to do your job in a very honest and clear way. My challenge is to win something. That's the reason why I came over here, because Mr. Sugar was very clear in the first conversation we had. He said he wants to win the championship, even with 6 points less. For going back to the subject of money, I made already enough money that I can live after my career as a soccer player really easily. So that's not the point anymore.
Hello there, Jurgen.
Obviously, the signing of Jurgen and Dimitrescu has been a great boost to the situation, and it's what fans deserve, I suppose, as they've been suffering quite a lot in the last year or so. From a pretty selfish point of view also, it's my character to really fight fire with fire.
The arrival of Klinsmann and Ili Dumitrescu has produced a surge in season ticket sales. Every home game is now a sellout, and the club's souvenir shops are struggling to cope with demand.
We've sold absolutely hundreds of things. We're selling everything. The most popular item of all is, of course, the Klinsmann shirts. We've just found out his number's number 18 now, and people are having that on their shirts now.
Everybody wants to talk to you. Everybody wants your autograph. How are you coping with this fantastic arrival in England?
I'm very happy how friendly everybody is to me, and I just came over and I didn't expect anything. I just said I try to make a new experience, and I'm very glad how they welcomed me, everybody. But I think we shouldn't forget that it's a team sport.
To Spurs fans, Jurgen Klinsmann is their World Cup star who can walk on water. But the German international had to make do with a leisurely stroll on the school playing fields next door to the team hotel on the morning of a dramatic Premiership debut. Klinsmann may have been a long way from the more spectacular sidewalks on the seafront of Monaco, but he was made to feel at home in some small way. The road named after the German town, twinned with Sheffield, was just across the way. Getting back to the hotel, though, proved a little more hazardous, but Klinsmann led from the front, the first hurdle of the day successfully overcome. 1:30, an hour and a half to go till kick-off, and Klinsmania had arrived at Hillsborough. The man all the travelling fans have waited to see was given a rapturous welcome. How much are you looking forward to seeing Jurgen play this afternoon?
Great amount. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. He'll do the business for us this season. Making 6 points up for us and do the job.
I think he'll do very well in the league. I think plenty of goals will be scored, and hope we do well. It's an exciting time with Tottenham. We just hope we get it together in the end.
Can't wait. Look, brilliant in the World Cup. Today, just going to do the business.
And what's the Sheffield Wednesday view of him playing for Spurs?
Well, just hoping he don't dive.
The fans at Sheffield Wednesday welcomed me at the stadium with signs 5.7, 5.8. When we drove up with the bus, and my teammates, they freaked out. They were laughing like crazy.
We were playing pre-season games, and every time he got bundled over or went down, they were holding up scorecards in the crowd. You know, it was like, excuse me? We spoke about it, how best to deal with it.
Splendid atmosphere at Hillsborough, absolute sellout, and everybody looking at Tottenham's Jurgen Klinsmann, the German making his debut. Klinsmann's free, and he's marked his debut with a goal! Jurgen Klinsmann does it! Well, they joke about the diving. That one is perfectly legitimate.
I mean, I think the first goal, if you come to a new club, to a new championship, it means a lot to you personally. The other chaps, they already told me before the game, I said, when you score the first goal, we're gonna make the dive. I mean, it makes you feeling kind of proud, you know, playing for these guys.
Teddy Sheringham said, well, you know what? Why don't we do that? You know, you score your first goal today and we're all gonna do a dive. So it was Teddy Sheringham's idea.
And we all did the dive. I think I dived over quite a few people. The rubbish dive.
Jürgen was always like this. He was celebrating the same his goals in Stuttgart, like in the national team, a little bit more emotional maybe than myself.